You've seen it. We've all seen it. A seemingly grounded, rational, highly functioning kid graduates from high school, then goes off to college or to a university, and they become a radicalized, narrow-minded malcontent who has learned apparently nothing except how to use the blessings that come from Western civilization in order to rage against and try to destroy Western civilization. It's almost as though turning over the education and worldview shaping of future generations to a group of ex-hippies who themselves never functioned successfully in the real world, maybe that wasn't such a dad-burn beautiful idea after all. But thankfully, all is not lost. The jig is up. The con has been laid bare, and nowhere has that been more apparent than with the college faculty lounge pro-terrorist advocacy of the last couple weeks. Columbia University professor Joseph Massad called the Hamas slaughter of innocent Israeli citizens awesome. Columbia University will not condemn or criticize that man. Pennsylvania University permits campus events where the organizers and participants scream for the genocide of Jews. When criticized for permitting it, the university faculty issue a statement saying they will not bow to the efforts of Jews calling on them to condemn the hate. It's amazing, isn't it? You might remember when Georgetown law professor Ilya Shapiro criticized Joe Biden for pledging to discriminate against potential Supreme Court nominees on the basis of race and gender, saying he was only going to appoint a black woman. Shapiro was suspended by the school for 6 months. Yet, UC Davis has a faculty advisor who is on social media threatening to murder Jews at their homes and kill their children in their schools. And there is no such suspension. In the Big Ten, the prestigious Northwestern University has issued official statements in the past on social justice, on Ukraine, on police shootings, on LGBT issues, on U.S. immigration policy, on January 6th and that riot. The school's president issued a statement recently criticizing a Supreme Court decision, but that same Northwestern has declared that they, quote, do not intend to make an institutional statement about the slaughter of Jews by Hamas terrorists. About 8 years ago, progressive radicals came after 2 Yale professors for daring to suggest that college students should be able to pick out their own Halloween costumes. Yes, I'm serious. Yale University did not come to their defense, but hung them out to dry. Those 2 profs resigned about 6 months later. But when one of their professors, Zorina Grewal, just said that Israeli babies beheaded by Hamas were, quote, settlers and not civilians, the school decides it respects academic freedom. When Harvard University came under fire for having student groups write and publish statements that blamed Israeli citizens for being attacked by Hamas, the university's president came out and said this:
our university embraces a commitment to free expression. That commitment extends even to views that many of us find objectionable, even outrageous.
I'm not going to insult your intelligence by pretending that you don't know exactly what would have happened if some students wrote and published that George Floyd was responsible for his own death and not the police. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's fooled by this anymore. We know what universities are. We know that if it's any of a wide array of progressive causes, whether it's Me Too or BLM or transgenderism or Ukraine, no commitment to free expression is forthcoming. No, they will tell you what you're allowed to say, and there will be no diverging opinions. But when it comes to massacring dads in front of their screaming, scared children, well, we got to keep our minds open. This is college after all. Or how about a better idea? How about we all agree that it would be much better for our civilization if we kept our children away from these anti-Western radical re-education camps?